What up? Welcome to Nerd City Central with your boys Curry and Lamont. We here with y'all. We about to get into our DCAMU ranking. So sit back, baby, and put yours in the comment section. Yeah.
You were the chosen one.
Always hold on to small.
Avengers,
Assemble.
We are back. We've missed y'all. We hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. And we're going to be doing our DCAMU ranking. So Curry hit me up. He's like, hey, Lamont, you should watch all the DCAMU films that are inspired and based on the New 52 comics. I'm not the biggest New 52 fan, but I decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and let me try it out, right? I love DC. Superman's my favorite superhero. Let's go ahead and try it out. And I watched all 16 films, and I'm not gonna lie, some were not good. There are a bunch, quite a few mediocre, but there was a group of really excellent DC animated films. So we are excited. Curry, you ready for this, man?
Yeah, man, I'm ready. I agree. I'm kind of mixed on the New 52. Some of it that came out of it was really good, and other parts of it was just way too edgy or sexualized, in my opinion. And however, I think this anime universe is one of the better things to be in, to come out of that. I feel the same way. There's a lot of mediocre to okay films in this. There's a few that I don't care if I ever watch again, or I will watch and have seen multiple times, and I don't remember at all still. But there's also some of these are some of my favorite animated films ever.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a big pendulum swing. So yeah, I'm ready to talk about it.
All right, man. Well, listen, I'm excited. You guys, I hope that you are ready. So here's what's going to happen. Because if you've been with us since the beginning of this year, you know that our videos, because we enjoy each other's company, we enjoy nerding out with one another and with y'all watching, we will go long. We are going to keep this shorter than our other videos. So here's how it's going to go. So we're not keeping y'all too long. Since there's 16 DCAMU films, we're going to do our from 16 to 9 and then 8 through 1. So we are going to go just 8, our bottom 8. So I'll go first with bottom 8. Curry will go next with his bottom 8. And then I'll do top 8. And then Curry will do his top 8. And then we'll just chop it up for a little bit. So Curry, are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Born ready.
All right, let's do this thing. All right, so my DCAMU ranking, number 16, Justice League versus Teen Titans.
Okay.
Moving on, number 15, Constantine, City of Demons, the movie. Number 14, Justice League Dark. Number 13, Wonder Woman, Bloodlines. Number 12, Teen Titans, The Judas Contract. Number 11, Justice League Dark, Apocalypse War. We'll talk about that one. Number 10, we have Justice League, Throne of Atlantis. Number 9, Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay.
I can't believe you just said hell on this video. What is wrong with you? It's heck to pay, Lamont.
I'm sorry. You got to remember, I'm Presbyterian. You know what I mean?
Currently Baptist, and I don't have any response. But anyway, all right. Well, I'm going to hold my thoughts, and I'm going to read you my bottom
8.
My bottom 8. Yep. I think this might surprise everyone when I say we're actually not too far off on a bunch of ours, at least in our bottom 8 containing a lot of the same.
Yeah.
So at number 16, I have Suicide Squad, Heck to Pay. Just kidding. Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay. At number 15, I have Teen Titans, The Judas Contract. At number 14, I have Wonder Woman, Bloodlines.
Okay.
At number 13, I have Son of Batman.
Whoa.
At number 12,
Wow. Wow.
at number 12, I had Justice League: Throne of Atlantis.
Okay. Dang, bro. Son of Batman that low. I'm sorry. I'm tripping.
Yes, you are.
Yo, hey, real talk. That actually got me. I was like, what?
Yeah. Well, we got to have one that make each other uncomfortable. At number 11, I have Justice League Dark.
Okay.
At number 10, I have Constantine: City of Demons.
Mm-hmm.
And at number 9, I have Justice League versus Teen Titans.
Wow. That high for you, huh?
Yeah. So if you want me to just jump right in, that's actually what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do this thing, man. We're going to choose one movie, one of our movies, y'all. Which one,
only
Curry?
one?
Only one, baby. Only one, because we got to go. We got to roll. We can't be keeping our folks this long.
Okay, then I'm not going to talk about that one. All I'm just going to say is one thing is it jumped a lot higher for me this time. It used to be my least favorite.
Oh, wow. Okay. So wait, why did it jump up that high?
But it's not the one I want to talk about.
All right, whatever. Actually, let's just chop it up, man. Come on.
Okay.
As long as we don't keep these folks too long.
So,
what's up?
I remember it being completely forgettable the first time I saw it. And this time, I don't know if it's just coming in with an open mind. I still think the title is one of the dumbest titles out there, but I feel that way about several of the titles in this series. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the Trigon story has been done a lot, and I think it was done best on the Teen Titans show and worst on the live action Titans show. But it just worked for me. I guess I noticed more of the League and the character development because I used to watch these as they came out. But binging them all, it was better for me this time. And it just landed for me a lot better. I think it's a little anticlimactic at the end, but I thought the character work was really strong.
Okay, that's what's up, man. For me, let's go and talk about Apocalypse War.
Okay.
There was a lot of stuff in it that, it was cool. But I don't know, man. As an end, it was a very bittersweet end. So they won, but they still lost. And, I'm more of if this would have worked as an Infinity War for the DC AMU, so if this was the second to last film, it would have been great. But for it to end this way, I didn't care for it, man. And I don't know, bro. I just felt like it was a little too dark at times. You know what I mean? I just wasn't feeling it as much. Damian Wayne, though, shout out to my boy Damian Wayne, whom I love. The DC AMU helped me to appreciate Damian Wayne. Put some respect on that man's name. He was awesome in this. I love seeing him leading the league. So yeah, I like this character development. From where he was in Son of Batman to where he ends up in Apocalypse War, really, really liked his art.
Yeah.
He went from a bratty, I don't need help, I don't need anyone, to a more confident, instead of cocky, arrogant, confident man who appreciated his father, loved his, expressed his love and admiration for Bruce, for Batman, and expressed also his love for Raven. And I thought that was really sweet, man, to see him come that far.
Yeah.
Especially being raised by his crazy mother, Talia. Who, that woman is crazy. But it made me, we will get to it, man. But the DCMU helped me to love Talia even more. So I'm like, bruh, you are crazy.
It does prove why she can't be the true love for Bruce. Like, yes. I'm glad, because she's nuts. But anyways, so I'll talk more about what I love about Apocalypse War later. I do agree it is a bittersweet ending. We've talked about this before with consequences and them being important, and I'll touch on that even more when I get to it. But I do want to say it is a happy ending in the sense as they create an even better and brighter universe than ever before in the new films.
No. So, yes, Superman, Man of Tomorrow, and the Batman Long Halloween and Justice Society. Mm-hmm. Definitely a more bright, happier universe, which to me, that's kind of the versions I like more.
Sure.
It feels more Justice League and Justice League Unlimited from our childhood, the animated series. Yep. So for that reason, yes, I really do appreciate it.
Yeah. And to me, I guess I liked it because all of the big crisis events almost always end up with the universe reforming in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the character storytelling gets lost in the shuffle of it, and it's just about the big meta. So anyway, I'll wait. But you were shocked that Son of Batman was so low for me.
Yeah,
And
man. What's up?
now I don't
Especially,
dislike it.
especially because Batman is like one of your top heroes, man. So
Yeah,
that gets me.
there's a lot I like about it. I have it at 3 stars. I think it's okay. Um, the sexualization of Talia throughout I frustrates me. I
Yes.
like Damien, but Damien's a little bit of a harder pill to swallow in that one, but not to the point where I'm like, man. I hate what they did with Slade Wilson.
Mm, mm.
Hate it. Slade Wilson has never been a League of Assassins member, and changing his entire motivation to just a revenge plot because he's mad that he did get chosen as Ra's al Ghul's successor just poops on his character a little bit too much for me. And he repeatedly gets beaten fights by an 8-year-old kid or 12-year-old kid, however old he is. I don't know, man. I just felt like that one it tried to do a little too much, but I also really respect it because of all the arcs it set up for the future Batman films. But that's
Now,
why I have it
hold
in
on.
a decent good place.
Let me ask you this question now. Slade Wilson and Arrow. We both love Slade in Arrow. Deathstroke.
Mhm.
His was also a revenge plot because Shadow died.
Yeah, but it's not because he felt less than because Ra's al Ghul didn't pick him to pick his successor. It's not out of jealousy. It's out of like, oh, the woman I love died. That's different for me.
I mean, but jealousy was that Oliver kept Sarah and allowed Shadow to die. So he was jealous to a point.
Sure, but I think that's a completely different context. And also, they didn't change Slade's entire backstory where he was a League of Assassins member.
Good point. Okay. All right. On that point, we're agreed. So my top 8. Number 8, Son of Batman. Number 7, The Death of Superman. I know that's gonna hurt you, buddy. But number 6, Batman Hush. Number 5, Batman Bad Blood. Surprisingly, one of my favorites. Number 4, Justice League: The Flashpoint Paradox. Number 3, Reign of the Superman. Great follow-up to the Death of Superman, which made Death of Superman better for me. But anyways, Justice League War, my number 2. And this one surprised the heck out of me. Number 1, Batman versus Robin with the Court of Owls storyline. My goodness. Blew my mind how good this film was. This is by far top 10 favorite animated films of all time. Hands down.
Whoa.
The Court of Owls to me, the story between the main Talon and then Damien and then Bruce. And then Bruce's new girlfriend, who I was like, something seems a little off about her. And come to find out, I was correct. Man, Batman vs. Robin blew me away. I now want to read the entire Scott Snyder New 52 Batman run.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's probably the best New 52 content there is Batman stuff.
Oh man, amazing, dude. Yeah. Amazing. I'm like, please, with Robert Pattinson's Batman, please make the Court of Owls the overarching enemy.
Yes. Oh my god.
And Earth 2. Oh, please, come on.
So that's actually well, I'll get to that.
Okay. How about this? How about do your top 8 and we'll just chop it up.
Yeah. So my number 8, and mine actually changes a little bit, and there's a couple of these that could flip-flop any day. So I'm just going to put that disclaimer out there and just go with that. So my number 8 is Batman Bad Blood. I like this one. It fell back a little bit for me this time just due to the nature of some of the characters and some of the things they choose to focus on that I'm not, personal taste-wise, I just struggle with.
Yeah.
Number 7 is Justice League War. Number 6 is Batman versus Robin. And dumbest title of this whole thing is that one. But anyway, it doesn't reflect the movie at all. But anyway, Number 5 is Batman Hush. Number 4 and number 3. I count these as one movie because I consume them as one movie. Um, and I'm so close to putting them at number 2, but I'm going to stick with my list for now. And yeah, I'm going to stick with it. This is the hardest one for me. But The Death and Return of Superman, or Death of Superman and Reign of the Superman.
Okay.
Lamont, I encourage you, if you ever rewatch them, try the version where you watch it as one film. It's really cool, and it actually improved them for me. If I had to separate them, Reign of the Superman and then Death of Superman.
Okay.
And I do want to talk about those more. Number 2 is Justice League: The Flashpoint Paradox, and number 1 is Justice League: Dark Apocalypse War. One of the best animated superhero epics ever.
I respect your opinion, my friend.
I know.
And I'm happy that you found it so pleasing.
So I'm going to start there. I don't know why I picked this up. I picked up this thing that was sitting beside me. I was opening boxes. It's actually a knife. So I came with a knife, Lamont. But anyway, yeah.
Bro, we got kids watching, man. Look at you, bro.
Yeah, okay.
What kind of Baptist are you?
What I'm telling them is, when there's friends that you have, their opinions are so bad, it just pierces you. It pierces you over and over repeatedly. But just like Christ's hands were pierced for us, and he still forgives us.
Lord have mercy.
I forgive you.
Good attempt at a save, man. Good attempt at a save.
That was smooth. Okay.
I don't know how smooth that was, but you know. All right, go ahead, man.
Apocalypse War. So, what I appreciate so much about this, oh gosh, I could go on for hours about this one. It really drives home the stakes of what was building throughout the DC animated universe. Because when you're watching them, you're kind of like, where is this going? Right? What is going to happen? And you realize Darkseid has been working in the background the whole time. And the heroes lose. And the best stories are when the heroes lose and then triumphantly come back. But when they triumphantly come back, it doesn't feel real unless there's stakes and there's loss. And there's no more sense of loss than in this film. It hits on pretty much every major arc, from the Batman films, from the Justice League films, and even the Suicide Squad gets their due in this one. Mm-hmm. And the heroes do come out triumphantly, but they can't save everyone. They can't save everything. And while they were trying to figure it out, of course, Constantine, being Constantine, and I forgot to talk about his movie earlier, suggests Flash, you've done this before. Do it again. We can't make a better world out of this. We might be able to save it, but make a better world. And he does. And I love that they were bold enough to say, hey, we're going to end this and end these storylines, but we're also going to open the door for something new. So if you're watching, you can have a new jumping off point. If you're new, if you're a returning thing, then we're going to reward your experience. And there's so much fan service in here. I'm sorry, when Trigon possesses Superman, I went, oh no, like audibly. And then they released Trigon. We get to see Trigon versus one of the old gods, or one of the new gods, Darkseid.
New gods, yeah. That part was cool. Trigon versus Darkseid. I mean, that was good. Yeah, that was good.
And then they fixed something from Justice League War. Superman got a one-on-one fight with Darkseid, and he hands his butt to him on a plate. And I loved it. I love that Superman is the focus in this. And Superman is flawed, but he was trying to do good. Like, he made a mistake, and then he comes back and saves everyone. I love what it did with everybody. I thought it was fantastic character pairings we never really see. It's just great. And while I'm talking about it, I forgot to mention earlier, City of Demons jumped way higher for me this time, simply because the writing is so strong, and the consequences of the story, and the way it portrays demonic content is, it doesn't ever glorify it. It shows it as the evil that it is and how it needs to be combated. I appreciate that so much.
But I also felt with Constantine, City of the Demons, and Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay, even though these are not Christian films by any stretch of the imagination, they do show, Constantine, City of Demons, this show the reality of demonic activity and demonic presence. And for instance, when I think Constantine is looking out the window, you see all these demons around. And it reminds me of the story in the Bible where I believe it's Elisha who says, Lord like opened my eyes, and God opens up his eyes to see how many myriad of angels were standing around him. And he got a chance to look behind the curtain to the spiritual presence in this world.
Yeah.
And I thought Constantine City Demons did a good job with that. Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay. I really like that one too, simply for Deadshot.
I want to like it more than I do, but I can't.
Yeah.
I'll
Deadshot.
respond when you're done.
Yeah, Deadshot did a great job with explaining that the only way to get out of hell is through divine intervention and mercy. And I'm like,
It was
man.
Bronze Tiger, you mean?
Say it again?
Bronze Tiger.
Bronze Tiger. I'm sorry, Bronze Tiger. Yeah, Bronze Tiger. They don't all look, the same. You're not supposed to laugh.
Well, I am, so deal with it. It's progress.
It is. So I do personally like that, man, just with Bronze Tiger, saying that, because it ultimately points to Christ. God divinely intervened into our affairs by sending his son, fully, Jesus was fully God, fully man, and he lives a perfect life in our place, dies in our place on the cross, and then raises again from the dead. And if we put our faith in him, if we repent of our sin, we're given not only, saving grace, but mercy as well. Saving mercy, man. Mercy and grace are shown at the cross. It's shown in the person and work of Christ on behalf of sinful people like you and me, and like those of you who are watching. So I did see a lot of gospel themes throughout watching these films. And I love how ultimately, even people who say they don't believe in Christ, don't believe in God, they're not thinking about making any type of Christian content. Because we're God's creatures living in God's world, we cannot escape that reality. And therefore, because we're image bearers of God, even those who are the most resistant and hateful towards God, they can't help but to create content that in some way, shape, or form points to God and his revelation in his word, and to the work of Christ. So it's amazing, man. So that's something I did enjoy, seeing the gospel themes and pictures of Christ shining out through some of these characters and their arcs and their stories.
Well, yeah, and the law of God is written on the hearts of all men,
Mm-hmm.
and they suppress the truth of unrighteousness in their hearts.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that too, and I love the boldness of that part in Suicide Squad. But it's also one of the biggest problems of the movie, and here's why: because the one character who professes the gospel and believes the gospel is the one who has to use a get out of hell free card at the end of the movie.
But hold on. He does not believe the gospel. He doesn't believe that. He doesn't say anything about Jesus, our faith in Christ. He says divine intervention and mercy.
But still, that's still a contradiction on so many levels that it bugs me that they didn't do their research enough. Anyway, and I'm not taking it at liberty. I just find that to be a really big, like, if you, all Christians will go, really? The Christian needs to get out of hell free card. Like,
wait. So let me ask you this question: what made him a Christian to you? Because I took that as a secular person. Because one thing I do, I love to go out there and Curry knows this. Some of y'all who are watching know this. I love to go share the gospel on college campuses. A lot of non-Christians will have some belief that it's the mercy of God that we need. Yes, you do your best to earn heaven, but you also need God's mercy. At least some will say that. Some will say that. Sure. And they sometimes some form of divine intervention of some sort. So I took it more as just an awakened sinner who knows that, yeah, there's something about mercy and divine intervention that I need, but he doesn't connect it to Christ.
He does say by grace alone, and I think that's where my head went. And I guess interpreting it as a Christian, we see more of the flaws in it, but I can also respect it. I also love that Reverse Flash came back for that one. He's a freaking dope villain. But my biggest problem with that one, and I wanted to explain why it's last, because I know you like it more than I do, is and Constantine City of Demons does not make this mistake, because that's a super dark movie, with the exception of one scene where he has relations with the spirit of the city. I hated that part. It was super unnecessary. But Suicide Squad Hell to Pay repeatedly makes the mistake that edginess equals mature storytelling, and it doesn't. Like, it's one of the only ones with nudity in it, and it just frustrates me. But
yeah.
If you want a better animated Suicide Squad movie, watch Batman: Assault on Arkham. It's not really about Batman; it's about the Suicide Squad, and it is fantastic.
I plan on watching a lot more of the animated films. I'm excited for this new DC AMU. I call it the Rebirth DC AMU.
Yep.
Basically. So all that to say, man, listen, this was fun, brother. Thank you for recommending me to watch these films.
Yeah.
I had a good time. So real quick, run through your list one more time from 16 to 1.
Yeah. So Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay, Teen Titans, The Judas Contract, Wonder Woman, Bloodlines, Son of Batman, Throne of Atlantis, Justice League Dark, City of Demons, Justice League versus Teen Titans, Batman Bad Blood, Justice League War, Batman versus Robin, Batman Hush, The Death and Return of Superman. It's faster to say it that way. Which, by the way, I want to say that is the best written of all of these. The dialogue on that in that one is perfect. I just love it. Flashpoint Paradox, and then Apocalypse War.
That's what's up, man. All right, for me, Justice League versus Teen Titans, Constantine, City of Demons, the movie, Justice League Dark, Wonder Woman, Bloodlines, Teen Titans, The Judas Contract, Justice League Dark, Apocalypse War, Justice League, Throne of Atlantis, Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay, Son of Batman, The Death of Superman, Batman Hush, Batman Bad Blood, The Flashpoint Paradox, Reign of the Supermen, Justice League War, and Batman vs. Robin. And from 5 to 1, those are all 5 stars. So from Batman Bad Blood all the way to Batman vs. Robin, I can watch those again easily. The only one that was close to being 5 stars, and I could not give it 5 stars, was Batman Hush, because I did not like the reveal that Hush was the Riddler. And the whole time I kept thinking to myself, I feel like it's going to be his friend, his childhood friend. And then his friend dies. But I went back and I did some research. And in the comic, Hush is his childhood friend. Yes. Yeah. That would have been a much better reveal than the Riddler.
So I have thoughts on that.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. And I did like Selena Kyle / Catwoman and her relationship with Bruce.
They did that so well.
So well. Of course, there's some unnecessary stuff between them, but overall, really like that. Batgirl trying to, defeat Selena was cool. So yeah, I enjoyed myself, man. It was a good movie.
My only gripes with that one are the Batgirl storyline does not get the development that it needs. Like, they don't really do anything with her. And then she gets squished in Apocalypse War like everybody else. But Hush, the story, I was familiar with the comics, so I was expecting, Tommy Elliott to be him the whole time. And it also in the comics, if you read more about it, Riddler is still behind everything. And he was kind of using Tommy Elliott, and it's implied that he was just more of like the manservant of Riddler. So what I appreciate is in them adapting this, they don't just remake it beat for beat for beat, and everybody expects the same twist. They have the audacity to elevate Riddler to the point where he still enacts the master plan, and they do something differently, and Riddler gets to become more of a physical foe for Batman. My only gripe with it is that it doesn't get enough room to breathe as much as it should. They wrap up the film a little bit too quickly, so I agree with you there.
Yeah, so... All right, y'all. Listen, what is your DC AMU ranking? If you have not seen these films, check out HBO Max. All 16 are on there. Thank y'all for joining us. We will be back soon with our DCEU ranking. Those are the live action films from Man of Steel all the way up into the current DC films. So, Curry, it's been good, man. Chopping up with you, buddy. Love you, man. And we love y'all. God bless.
And hey, while you're at it, let us know who you agree with more, me or Lamont.
Me.
We all know who you really think.
Me.
You were the chosen one.
Always hold on to small.
Avengers,
Assemble.